Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Pop. My name is Mariel Basori, and I'm greeting you from a very warm Mexico City today. And I'm here with my two beautiful co hosts from a very cold Sao Paulo, Brazil. We have Luquita Zapachi. And from a very
Hey.
northern place, we have this time all the way from Toronto, we have Mauricio Sierra. Hello, everybody.
Hello, guys, all over
Hello,
the world.
over the world. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mao
Actually,
is
this
always
country,
so.
actually, this country is very cold. But today, because it's the summer is starting, this
Oh,
is
Mm,
similar to Bogota, like very similar. Like 17
mhm.
degrees is very similar. Today, I felt like in
Oh,
Bogota.
oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, you enjoy the weather over there, Mimao. But anyway,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's time for us to begin this new episode, track 17 from CD4. This is a topic that I chose, and it's something that I thought about like past 2 weeks that what should be good to do. And I thought about why don't we dig into each other's last FMs and see what artists do you guys listen to the most, what albums, what songs. And so the thing today is we are going to talk about each of us. Let's see if I can make it clear. Uh,
Because it's a little hard to explain.
okay, I joined, I digged into Mao's Last FM and chose one artist, one song, and one album to talk about. And the same with Lucas. And Lucas did the same with my Last FM and with Mao's Last FM. And Mao did the same with mine and Lucas' Last FM. So I hope it's clear. It's all about
Yeah.
Yeah,
getting to know more of what we like. In this case, we chose albums that we haven't heard before, or and that we saw that they have like a lot of um,
it's cool.
Problem.
scrubblings in the last FMs. So I think it's interesting to get to know more about each of us tastes and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. And if you boys allow me, I would like to start.
Yeah,
For sure.
please.
Okay, ladies first.
Okay. Okay, I'm going with Mao first. Okay, Mao.
Increase, increase.
I am very surprised on what I found, and I'm gonna start with the artist that I was really
The
surprised to
art.
see in your lists. Okay, I was
Yeah.
really surprised, not really shocked because I know you like R&B, but surprised to see someone from the 70s in
Okay.
your last FM. And I'm talking about Sir Mr. Wonderful, the Master Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Okay.
I was really shocked to see Stevie Wonder there because you are more into 90s, early 2000s R&B. But in this case, you have, let me tell you how many scrubbles you have. I even texted it here. You have 289 scrubbles from Stevie Wonder, and your most played song is Superstition, which
Yes.
is like one of the most R&B songs by him. So I liked it. I think I like to discover that you are open to more 70s music because I know like I am more like an old soul. You are not that old soul as me. So for me it was really interesting to see how many scrubbles you had and what songs you like to play. Now I want to know, um, I'm curious about why you like Stevie Wonder and when did you first listen to him?
Okay, Mariel. Well, I'm surprised about the you selected the Stevie Wonder by me. Well, this is Stevie is one of my heroes. I mean, one of my another idols. Like of course, as you said, my idols come from a time like 90s and 2000s. Of course, Mariah with me, but I love music from 70s and 60s, like Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye. A lot of these artists I love. Like Donny Hathaway. So because I love R&B, I love all the extension of R&B music. I love R&B from the 60s. I love R&B from the 70s, from the 80s. So there was a moment when I was discovering R&B music, I was obsessed with a lot of artists like that, and he is one for me. Actually, he is the king of R&B music. He is one of the greats of the R&B music. The greatest of all time, you know. So I was obsessed with all his work in that moment, you know, Superstition, Higher Ground, a lot of songs that I was like, oh my God, this man was a genius, you know, and one of my favorite musicians of all time. I love him so much. And maybe this is not an artist that I'm listening today, or in these days I'm not listening so much to Stevie Wonder, but it's an artist that is part of my idols for sure. With Whitney, with Mariah, with with all of these artists, with Brian McKnight, because he
Hmm.
is a legend. He is an artist that I really really adore and I really admire. So that's the reason I'm still obsessed with him actually.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm very happy, Mo, and I was very surprised and happy to see that you have Stevie Wonder on your Scrubbles. You know, I'm a sucker for old music, so um, it was great seeing him.
And it's
And
great you
now
selected.
moving to Luquitas, yes. And now moving to Luquitas' artist, because then we're gonna start with artist first, and then song, and then album.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
If you guys agree, okay. Um, Now, when it comes to Luquitas, I was surprised with this artist because I thought you liked her, but I didn't know you like her to have 15, 15, no, I'm sorry, 1,549 scrubbles. I had
Rihanna.
no idea that you were so much into her. No, I'm talking about one of my favorites, and it's Miss Ariana Grande.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really surprised. You have so many scrolls by her, and I saw that the most scrobble song by her from you it's "Problem" with Iggy Azalea, and the song she has with "My Way." I think it is.
Mac Miller.
The one, yeah, Mac Miller. Yes, I forget his name. Um,
Rest in
I was
peace.
surprised because I know you like more modern music than I do. In this case, it's the opposite like than with Mao. But I wasn't aware that you like Ariana and that you like to play some of her albums. And I'm really glad because you know I like Ariana. I love her albums. So, what can you say about this, Luquillas?
Yes. With Ariana, I fell in love with her in the first single. That is the one that you mentioned, "The Way," with Mac Miller, because for me, she was bringing a sound that no one was doing at that moment. That is more 90s R&B, early 2000s. So at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, I was very into Ariana, and the track that is my number one there, that is "Problem," I think was my
Mm-hmm.
number one song in that year, 2014. So I was super into her. I used to collect her. I had the albums and everything, but for a while, something happened and I just disconnected with
Mm-hmm.
her music. I think right after she released "No Tears Left to Cry," probably, I had a moment that I wasn't super into her entire discography, but she's an artist that I was at least always listening to the singles a lot. So that's why I have so many scrubbles by her. But recently, with this with the last album she released, I kind of connected with her again. I was
Mm-hmm.
very interested in that album, that single, the second single of the album, "We Can Be Friends." I
Mm-hmm.
listened to this so many times. I really like. So I feel like I'm more connected to her again. But I had a moment that I wasn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, it was interesting, and I didn't expect to see her in your top 100. So
Yeah, she's
It
in the
was
top
great.
50. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect. We have here our friends. We have Adrian and we have Joaquin. Hello, friends. Yay.
Hey,
Good to see you, boys.
Hello, friends. Amazing to
Adrian,
besos, Adrian.
besos, Adrian. We love you.
Yeah,
Hazme
today
un
you are
hijo.
here, so you have besos. See.
Hazme un hijo. Ay, Adrian. Well, he says that he likes Ariana's song "Did with Mika." I think
I love
it's
that one. Popular song.
popular
color.
song. Yes, and my favorite from Stevie Wonder is "For Once in My Life." Love that
No,
song. It's
no,
beautiful.
no. So, yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't have a favorite by him. Shame on me.
Yes, shame on you. Okay.
Like one friend.
Mao, it's your turn.
Okay, starting with the artist, I'm going to start with Lucas. And there was an artist that I didn't know, and I was curious. Maybe you mentioned this name, friend, in another episode, but I was not sure, so I decided to go with this artist. His name is Danny Saucedo.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know. I don't have the information about the school rooms. If you can look for it, you
Yes,
have a lot. You have a lot by him.
yes, I really like him.
He's
Yeah,
Swedish, right?
he's Swedish.
Exactly.
He's European. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And the song that I listened to by him first was "If Only You" with
Hmm.
another artist. It was very Eurodance, this kind of music. But I noticed that your favorite is Erebara Jack, or
Yes, that is Swedish. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing good. I'm pronouncing well,
Yeah.
and it's more acoustic. And I understand, of course, in that moment, I understand why. I understood why you like it so. You like him so much because it was
Hmm.
more acoustic, more guitars, and more the music you like. But actually, my favorite was "If Only You." It was very this kind of Eurodance, this kind of music. So let us know more about this singer.
Yeah. Well, Danny was part of Swedish Idol, like many artists that I like from that country. At the beginning, he went only by the name Danny, was not Danny
Danny.
Saucedo. Um, and he's like a very pop artist because he has so many different type of music in his catalog, like more electronic, more pop, very pop things. And he was also part of a boy band. EMD, if I'm not wrong. That was him and more two Swedish singers that were popular. That is kind of like a side project at the same
Okay.
time, you know. So this song that I like that is in Swedish, that's Iri bara jag, I think is the way they pronounce, is actually a version of a song by his boy band called Alone,
Oh,
that is very beautiful. And he created this version in the pandemic days.
oh,
So that's why it's more sad and is in Swedish. Because the song talks about, am I all alone in this world? Like, if you are listening to me sing, oh, oh, that is the part, whoa, oh, oh. So it's
okay.
very beautiful. And I really like his catalog. I'm checking. I have 375 scribbles by him. But unfortunately, not everything by him is available online. For example,
Oh,
there is a single that is my third track, in the four one, that is Delirios en todo el mundo. I don't think it's available everywhere on streaming, and it's
okay.
very pop, very 2012 2013 type of music. And my favorite album by him that is in the club is not available as well. I have the CD, and I think is this is what I mentioned once here about him, that I
Okay,
loved
yeah.
that album so much, and I had the CD and I show you in some episode. So yeah, I love him.
And this CD is more pop, more acoustic, more.
This album that I like is very pop and kind of electronic,
Okay.
but but it's a little bit the type of music that I like, that is crying on the dance floor. That is, the lyrics are a little bit emotional, like Robin does sometimes. That is very clubbing, but the lyrics kind of emotional, so I connected with that type of music.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. I like it. I like it. Actually, I like it more. His Eurodance phase. I like it.
Mhm.
Actually, I included this song in my run in the songs that I used to run. Yes, I
Uh,
like it.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. Try to listen the lyrics on YouTube whenever you
Oh,
can.
friend, for sure.
Yeah.
And I go now with Mariel, and there was an artist that I didn't know. I discovered she was a part of a group, and her name is Keen Marsh.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes, she
Keen
was
Marsh.
part of Hearsay. Yes.
She was part of Hearsay, yes. And the song with most scribblings in Your Last FM was I Think It's Gonna Rain Today. And for me, this song was released in 2003, and as Lucas has mentioned in the past, it's a year that was special for the three of us in
Yes.
Yes.
so many ways. And I think we discovered a lot of music in that year. So this is the song, this is the kind of song that I'm obsessed right now. Like it was very similar for me to Emma Bantam's,
Yay.
but also it was similar to When I Fall by Rachel Lampa. I don't know what you think. So let us know. What about this artist?
Okay. I don't see the resemblance between Rachel Lampa and her, but do see the resemblance with Emma Bunton.
No, no, not with Rachel. With When I Fall, and I think it's going to rain today.
Yeah, the song. I don't see any.
Oh,
I don't see any. I
okay.
don't. I can't sense any relation. But each mind it's different. But Kim Marsh was part of Hearsay, the first group that came out of Popstars UK.
Hmm.
And when she got into a fight with the other members of the group, she decided to go solo and release this album Standing Tall, which is her only album.
Okay.
um and I discovered this album years ago. I actually have it physically. It's really really good. And that song, I think it's gonna rain today. I was playing it at a rainy day one day, and for the first time, and so I was like, "Oh wow, this song is really cool." And I'm actually seeing the rain. So for me, it's like my favorite because it sounds like the '90s. It has like a '90s vibe on it.
I
So yeah,
agree.
that's my favorite. I wish he had released more albums, but at least we have that one. It's really cool. I recommend you to listen to the whole album, Mimo. I think you're
Okay,
gonna like it.
I will.
Uh, she had two singles, "Come On Over" and "Cry," but I think it's gonna rain today should have been a great single.
Yes, agree, agree. I like it, that song.
Yay! I wasn't expecting that one. Yay!
Yeah, it was a name that I never heard before, so I was curious about it. And you have a lot of exclusives by her.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
her.
Okay, and I go with my friend. I
No,
know.
you already did.
Yeah, I already did. No,
It's
I go
Lucky.
with my friend, giving you the word, friend. Now you
Okay,
have the.
acorda, menino.
Okay, go ahead, Lucky. Yes.
Okay, first I want to say that the King Marsh album is really cool. I agree. I really like.
Yeah.
And well, what I tried with this was find artists that I never really explored. So I wanted to listen a lot. So I'm gonna start with Mao. I tried so many from your lists, but I wanted to find something that I really connected to talk here. So the R&B girls, pretty much, I tried 1,000, like Shanice, Tanik, Tamik, Tariq. There's all those names that I love that are very similar. Tamia, Shanice. I try so many. I like a few things, but I really connected with someone that I already kind of knew, but I had just a few scribbles, and the most track that I had scribbled by this woman was also because of you. So I decided to dig in Rebecca St. James' discography.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
like it. Yeah,
because I knew that you like her, but I was also surprised that you had so many scrubbles. For example, you have like even more than I do with Danny Salcido, with Rebecca, so it's a lot. Yeah. So I decided to listen to her one of her greatest hits released
yeah,
in 2003. I know that she released more stuff, but is this the one that has the track that I love, that Expressions of Your Love, that I
yeah.
discovered by you in this very own podcast. And so pretty much I loved everything in that
Okay,
album.
that's good.
Yeah, even when her lyrics are very explicit in the way that she's singing to God, it's not like
Yeah,
the other CCM artists that I like, that you can kind of understand the lyrics in the religion way, or like she's singing to a boy or he's singing to a girl because it's kind of romantic. It's not like that. Her music is very directly to
directly.
Jesus. Yeah. But the sound got me because she had a lot of pop rock elements in her music. Like, for example, the track that is the title of this album, that is Waiting for Me, is
Yeah,
very 2003 and could be easily recorded by any Disney Channel artist in that moment, you know?
agree.
So, yeah, I really like it. And another one that I like it is called Stand, that
Yeah,
I feel the same. Like it's very Disney soundtrack. Actually, it's very similar to a song recorded by Raven Simone that is "This Is My Time," part
yeah,
of the Princess Diaries 2 soundtrack. So for me, everything was very like gospel, but at the same time in this Disney aspect of big songs with some emotional charge, on
yeah.
that. So I really like it. I only heard this album because of the time I had, because I really want to dig in more, like in her discography, the first albums that were released in the 90s and everything she did after that, because I know that she's still releasing music even now. So I'm really
Yes.
curious. So tell us a little bit of your connection with Rebecca St. James.
This is another part of my life that you know very well, and the audience know very well, our friends in the podcast. This is a part of me that love, of course, R&B music. There is a part of me that love pop music, and there is a part of me that loves CCM music because I grew up listening on this kind of music. You know, like I was listening all the time in my house, the CCM radio, and I this is something that I already mentioned in this podcast. I think this CCM radio station in that moment that was called MCA Radio, MCA Radio, that was the name of the church, because they played a lot of music in English, and it was not so common in another
Mhm.
stations back in the 90s, you know. So they play DC Talk, they play Rebecca St. James, they play Jennifer Knapp, they play Audio Adrenaline, a lot of music. So Rebecca St. James, and I think I had this conversation with our friend Adrian in the past. Rebecca St. James was another queens of the CCM in that moment in the 90s. She was
Mhm.
very important in that moment, and she was like we always are talking about this. We as like the Alanis Morissette from the CCM world, you know. So rock girl with this from the 90s, you know. So she was all the time on the radio with a song called God, and I fell in love with her when she released "Expression of Your Love" and "Wait for
Mhm.
Me" that for the same age from the same year. So yes, I grew up listening to her, you know. So for me, she was very important. And actually, because of Joaquin, thank you, Joaquin, I have more albums. Because of Joaquin, no, because of Adrian, sorry.
Adrian.
I
Mhm.
because of Adri, I have more albums by her because I didn't. I only had one album by her that is called Transform. That is my favorite, and it's amazing, friend, because I know this is the kind of girl that I know you may like, you know, like the pop rock girl from the 90s, 2000s. So yes, I love her. Of course, she's not an artist that I listen anymore. Like right now, I know she's continuing listening. She's continuing releasing music and everything. But this is not an artist that I'm listening right now.
Hmm.
So I don't listen to her anymore. But the albums that she released in the 90s and in the 2000s, I love them. I
Yeah,
love them all. God, Worship God, Wait for Me. The one I think the one that you heard was the compilation that is called Wait for Me.
exactly.
Transform. All these albums, I love them. So yes, she's another queen. Another diva that I like.
Yeah,
She's a diva.
I gotta dig in more. Sometimes we know some artists, but we don't stop and listen to the whole thing to see if there's more. So I saw this episode as a chance, and that's what I did with Marielle's as well, artist. Yeah, I chose a girl that I knew the name and I knew one song by her, and I decided to listen more from the Mexican singer Linda.
Oh, yay! Great.
Yeah. I had like a few scrubbles only for the song that she sang in the telenovela A Mil por Hora,
Yeah.
that I didn't watch the whole thing when it was on air here in Brazil, I think 2001, 2002 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember seeing some episodes with Anaí, and especially I remember the opening of the telenovela with the song. So this was very my brain. So because of that, I always knew Linda, but I never really knew her.
Okay.
And so it
Okay.
was really fun for me actually to listen to her. I started with the album El Día de Mi Independencia,
Independencia. Yes. Uh-huh.
that I I really like it because I was listening and song by song I was okay. This is cool. This is something that I can listen, something that I can connect. I really like the track that is Ahí Estaré, the name.
Ahí estaré. Yes.
Yeah, I really like this. There's some elements of pop rock, but it's very sweet at the same time, and I like the whole album. I was just thinking why she mentions coffee so much in the tracks. There's a lot of tracks that she's saying like, "I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee. I'm gonna drink a coffee. I need a coffee."
I think she's obsessed with coffee.
Yeah, which I totally relate. So it was cool for her. I tried her album Pollen that was released after this one that is more pop
Yes.
rock that I like as well. And I decided to listen to the first album that is different because it's more aero dance and everything that is what was released in
Yeah.
1996. And I had a
Yes.
huge surprise in that because I think was a single. I'm not sure. The song "Blue Jeans" is
Yes.
is actually a song by Angelica, Brazilian singer that I really love.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a cover. "Blue Jeans" is one
No.
of the biggest hits by Angelica. Yeah, but here in Brazil was released before 1992.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it's very famous here. This song with Angelica, and was a really surprise for me to listen that her single "Blue Jeans" is the same song, but more upbeat, like more dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that album, there's another song that is a cover by Angelica. That is the song "Muriendo por él."
Muriendo por él. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is also a song by Angélica that is Quero Ficar Com Você. It's part of her album in 1993 or 1994 or something. It was not a single here, but it's also a cover by Angélica. So I was very intrigued by that. Like, that is so random and so cool. So I really like it to dig in more in Linda's discography.
Oh, that's great, Luquitas. I wasn't expecting for you to listen to someone like Linda. You didn't listen to her second album, Un Grito en el Corazón?
No, but it's on my list. It's the only one that I didn't listen.
That's one of my favorites from the 90s.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think you're gonna like it too. It's very Eurodance. It has a lot of poppy songs, you know. I grew up listening to Linda. What can I say? I grew up listening to her. I only think I have one album by her, Mi Día de la Independencia. That's the only album I have. But
Hmm.
I used to have the cassette of the second album, so for me it was like, wow, and I still have it somewhere. So I
Yeah.
grew up listening to her. She's very cool. She writes most of her songs. Apart from Mi Día de la Independencia on, she began writing her own songs, and she got married to her sister's husband, which is
Ooh,
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
very
dramatic.
dramatic, yeah, thing, because her sister's husband was producing her albums. He's a big producer here in Mexico, but I don't know, somehow they clicked, and now she
He's
married
with her.
him. It's kind of crazy. I don't want to talk about that,
Juicy.
but yeah. So for me, it's like, well, but I don't care about that personal stuff. I like her music. I think she really evolved from being a very young, sweet, innocent girl to a more mature woman. I like her evolution in each one of her albums. So I'm glad that you gave her a chance, Luquitas. Thank you.
Yeah. Now you gotta listen to Angelica's Blue Jeans to compare.
I will. I will. I will. I will. I will. Promise.
Please.
And in that video of Blue Jeans, there is Carla from Jeans when she was
Oh,
very, very, very little. So yeah, it
nice.
happens. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, let's go with the song Mousy
Okay.
Mumu. The song from you was number 48 in your list. I never heard of this song, and it caught my attention because I have never heard of this artist before. So I chose Never Really Was by Mario Winans.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And
I mean,
ring a
the
bell.
name kind of,
Ring a bell
I
in
kind of
your.
knew him, but I didn't. Yeah, I kind of knew him, but I never heard anything from him. So I listened to this song, Never Really Was, and I was surprised because I really liked it. It's a really R&B song, very very soul, a lot of soul I could sense in these songs, and very Brian, this guy that you like.
Brian
Brian McKnight.
McKnight.
Brian McKnight. Yes, I was thinking Brian Adams. Sorry, Brian McKnight. Uh, and I liked it. It was a really good discovery. Now tell us why you like this song so much, because it's your number 48 on your top 50.
Okay, here Adri is asking Winans, like Cici Winans. Yes, because Mario Winans is part of the Winans family. I
Mm.
think Cici is his aunt, I think. I'm not sure, but he's part of this family for sure. I think
Okay.
Cici is aunt. Well, talking about him, yes, Mi Mariel. Actually, this album is called Heart No More, and now it's available on on the platforms. It was not in the past. It was not available. Right now, it is. So I'm happy because of that. I have actually the physical copy of the album. He is more a producer, but this album is actually one of the albums in R&B made artists that I like the most because I like his voice so much and I like the lyrics. I think I have a lot of scrolls of this song because in that moment I was experimenting in a way, something like that. Like, okay, what are you saying to me that maybe you wanna be with me if you don't want something like that? It was never really was for me. So it is a lyrics very dramatic. I call this kind of songs, R&B voice has a lot of songs like this, like very like crying songs, like oh I'm begging, and I like this kind of songs by them. So this is another kind of song like this, and in a moment I was obsessed with this song, and I was obsessed with him. The most popular song by him is actually I don't want to know with Diddy and Enya. And yes, this is very, as you mentioned, it's very R&B. It's just
Yeah.
very 2000, very R&B. Mario, Neo, this kind of artist,
Mhm.
Ocean. Yes, and yes, I think I don't need to explain so much because it's very me. So yes, it's obvious what I like this kind of song. Yeah,
Okay, I liked it. I liked it.
yeah. Oh, I'm happy you like it. I'm happy you like. Maybe you're not gonna love the whole album. I not recommend, but I recommend you hear please if you haven't. There is a version by Shola Ama that is the
Okay.
answer to I Don't Wanna Know by him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay.
the song is called "You Should Really Know" by Shola Ama, and is the
Okay.
answer
And
to I Don't Wanna Know.
the original, I don't want to know. I think it's very hard. I really doubt it that Marielle never heard it. I think in the moment you play it, you're gonna remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah. Me
very
imagine.
popular.
It
Yeah.
was very popular in that moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
So please
Perfect.
listen to it. But I think maybe you're going to like "You Should Really Know" by Sholama because
I
it's
gotta
Okay.
more.
listen. I never heard of it. The
Oh
story.
no, you have to listen, friend. It's the girl perspective, so it's good.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Frankie, FRB.
fuck you
Like
like
this, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Okay. Now, Luquitas, the song I chose from you, it's number 90 on your list.
Ooh.
Now, number 90, I didn't catch how many scrubbles you have, but it is called O Amor Faz by Sandy Jr.
Ah, yes.
Yes. I never heard much of their music in Portuguese, so I decided to give a try to this one because I like the title. So it's really romantic, very, very sweet. I love her voice. She's very enchanting. It is very
Mhm.
innocent. It sounds also fun. Like I wish I could go back to those days when we didn't have as much trouble as we do right now.
Mhm.
But it was it was a really nice discovery for me. It was really sweet. Uh, it gave me vibes from Kelly Key, from Vanessa, from her
Yeah.
first albums. So I really enjoyed it. I really liked it, and I'm gonna listen to more of them. I promise. But now,
Oh,
tell us why you like this song so much.
well, this was released in 2001. Like they were in the peak of the career. It was the first single of the album that, by coincidence, I have here right now. Wait, because I'm selling one in my store, so I was taking pictures.
That's
So
over.
this is the album that I love everything about it, like the way they look in the pictures and the music video. They look like this. Actually, me and Mal watched this music video together here at my house because I wanted to show him how beautiful they look at that moment. And you are right, Sandy is like a fairy. I don't know. She's very sweet. Like the way she sings, the way she looks, like makes you
Yes.
fall in love with her easily. And is one of my favorite songs by they career for sure. I think because of the nostalgia of really experiencing that moment. Like I remember my cousin told me they released a new song. I heard on the radio and I was like, "What song?" That and she said they talking about the moon or something. I was like, "No, this is the old song, Alenda," because they had another song that
Hmm.
talks about the moon and the sea, and she was like, no, it's a new song. So I remember I doubt her, like, no, you are lying. And we were in a party, like her sister's birthday, and we gave up on the party and went to the car of his father, turn on the radio and wait until the song may or not play. You know, and it did play. So it was the first time that I heard that song, and I believe her now. And I said, "Oh my God, it's a new single, it's a new song." So I was very excited for the new album and everything. So I really experienced it, the whole thing. So that song has a lot of meanings for me, and I really love. And I'm glad you like it and you heard.
Yes, it was really cool. I'm gonna listen to the whole album. I promise.
Yes, this
Yes.
album is very pop. You're gonna like it. There's Actually, in this
Okay.
album, a song that Myra also recorded, that is "Wishing on the
Oh,
Same Star." So
Hmm?
maybe you're
oh,
going to like
okay.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna play it. Perfect. Mao, it's your turn now with the song.
It's my turn with the song. I'm going to start with my friend Lucky, and the song. We know the singer because he was very popular because of Lee, and it's Leah Michelle. I was curious because I barely knew that maybe you liked her. Not a
Hmm.
big fan of her, but I was curious about the song. The song is called "Born with You." I was listening to the song, and for me, it was giving me Demi Lovato vibes, or even Miley Cyrus in a way. And I
Hmm.
understand because I know you like this face of this artist. Like I think the song is from 2013
14.
or 14. 2014.
Yeah.
Oh, so it makes sense for me. But let us know more about what you like this song so much. Friend.
Yeah. Well, I think the production is very similar to like Skyscraper and things that were happening
Yes.
in that moment in pop music for sure. But I really connected with the lyrics of the song. I
Okay.
When I started dating my boyfriend 11 years ago, he was also into Leah Michelle.
I
So
know.
we used to listen together to her album. And that song in particular, I think for us gays, is easy to connect with the lyrics because she speaks about sin. Like they are telling us that we are making something wrong. So I don't want to go to heaven if you are not going with me. If you are going to burn in hell, I'd rather be with you. So it's about judgment. This song. So
Okay.
the lyrics are very powerful,
I
and
imagine that was because of that.
yeah. So I really connected with that song. I, to be honest, I like it. I didn't like much of her album in that moment. The single Cannonball is very generic of what was going on in the moment. That was Wrecking Ball, Cannonball, like the songs that Sia was the production with Sia was very similar to everything. There was nothing very distinct in her album, but this song really got me. So if you check my last FM, the third track that I have, Mars Crumbles by her, the name is To Find You, is actually an unreleased track because I like more than the album, you know. But yeah, with this track, I have a special connection and I really like it.
Okay, okay, okay. I was thinking about it. Because of the lyrics, I can maybe assume why you like it. So yes, now I'm confirmed.
Yeah, but I gotta say that I'm really surprised with the number of Scrubbles that I have with this track because I'm seeing right now. I didn't know there was that much.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot that caught my attention.
Yeah.
And there is something that is connected in this episode today, and I think the three of us are always connected in different ways because I was about to select that album by Sandy and Junior.
Oh.
Because I was curious I'm still curious about this album. And now I selected for Mariel the song Corazón Perdido by Linda.
Oh, really?
So there is something that is connected in this episode today, as always. So yes, I was curious. Oh no, I of course I know who Linda is. She was not popular in Colombia at all. I don't think she was popular in other countries in another country in Latin America. Please let us know if she was popular in other countries. But I know who she was because of the telenovela and everything, and yes, because she was a singer in Mexico, and I knew that she was very similar to Anaí, even to Faye. So the song that I heard was Corazón Perdido. That was I think her most popular song. Mari, let us know more about this.
um, I'm actually surprised that you chose that song because it's not part of my top 100. Not even
No,
top 200.
no, 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 not at all.
Okay, so it's interesting that you chose this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Linda, I don't know if she was popular. I think maybe she had some popularity with the novela, with the theme a mil por hora, because A lot of other Brazilians have told me that they know Amil Porora, but not the rest of her discography. So probably
Mhm.
just because of that song in particular. But I like that song. It's really emotional.
Okay.
It's if you're going through a breakup or not going through a good moment, then it is for to cry for. It is very emotional, like I said, but it's really pretty. I mean, it's like teenage love for me. That what is
Okay.
describing. I mean, que te llevaste con mi Dios, mi corazón perdido. I love it. Yes, so
Yeah.
it's really good. It's really good. I like that song, and it makes some kind of rocky elements over there. So it's cool. Here, Joaquin is telling us that Linda was huge in Chile with the album
Okay.
Mi Día de la Independencia. I love Corazón Perdido and Maldita Timidez. Yeah, those
Maldita.
songs were from that album. So I
Okay.
didn't
Okay.
know. I didn't know. I had no idea.
There is I think I mentioned this the other day or in other episode. There is a song that is called Muro de Lamentos by Claudia Garcia, that is the sister of Dana Garcia, the actress.
Mm,
And the song is very similar. So it will be interesting to listen to that song, Mariel, because the song
okay, okay,
has similar elements, like this kind of Latin pop vibe. Yeah, so
okay.
it's called Muro de Lamentos by Claudia Garcia. And it's from the same year, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. I will check it out. But yeah, it was a fun song, and I love Linda. So what can I
Okay.
say? I grew up with her.
Yeah.
Linda. Linda.
Okay, so it's your turn, Luquitas.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Marielle. Well,
Okay.
I was trying to find a track that I had zero scrubbles in your last FM, and I found it, and it's by a guy that I knew that you like him because you mentioned here before. I think you chose something by him in one episode, but all the time I was like, "Hmm, that is Mike Posner." Um,
Mm.
so because for me, like I only knew basically Cooler Than Me and was nothing wow in my mind. So I decided to listen to the track Cheated that I saw in
Ah.
your last FM. I think you has a lot of scrubbles by that track and was a cool surprise. Like it's very pop, like not something that I was expecting. I was expecting something because Mike Posner was popular in that moment that we had songs like Party Rocking, Party Rocking. So everything was about partying, drinking, and very
Mm-hmm.
generic as well, as I mentioned. So I was expecting something like this, and it was the first track that I found with zero scrubbles, and was actually the one that I like it. And now maybe I want to try other things by him because sounds really cool and really pop in a way, like pure pop. Was not nothing like party rocking.
Yeah, I know. I'm really surprised that you chose Mike. That album in particular, 31 Minutes to Take Off, it's one of my favorites, actually. 2000 and 2011, I listened to that album a lot, a lot, a lot. So, Cheated. He actually dedicates this song to a girl in particular, and he actually says her name at the end.
Invention, yes.
He mentions Caroline Stevens. This song is for you.
For
So
you.
it's like, wow, aiming directly to someone. Um, and it's it's a very strong song because nobody told me I was dating a whore.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
it is strong. It is strong, but
Yes.
it is really pop. When it starts, I should have cheated on you. Boom, boom, boom. It has a lot
Yes.
of electronic beats over there, so it's really cool. And I love Mike Posner. What can I say? So I'm really glad that you gave him a chance. I hope you listened to his first album,
Yeah.
which is the one I like the most. So
Okay.
um, give it a try. But thank you for trying with Cheated because it's a great song.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna try more, definitely. And with Mao, I was ready to dig in and dig in and dig in, but was not necessary because the song that he's obsessed right now, probably because there's a lot of scrubbles right now. I never heard before, so I was curious about this one that is Jay Sean, maybe.
Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't want to be that obvious and choose the track that is his number one right now, but I'm gonna listen. And was like a nice surprise because I had zero scrubbles as well, and I was very. It has been a while since I was a little curious about Jay Sean. Besides the track that was popular, that is Down,
Down. Yeah.
because when I was making that journey into Australia's charts, I I saw some videos for before Down, and I think I saw a video with Jessica Malboy, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong.
What happened to us?
Yes, so I was curious for a while about other tracks, and was the first track that I tried in your list, and I said that's it. I really like this track because it's impossible not to. First, it's very catchy and very nice, very mainstream song, and I think
Yeah.
mixed the some things that I like. For example, sounds a lot like you gonna know. Sounds a lot with Neo
Yeah.
because of you.
Production.
Yeah, that also sounds a lot like All I See by Kylie. So
yeah,
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
those two
It's
songs
the
so
same
are
production.
yeah, and the
similar.
melody, the way they sing, the way he sings, and some melody in the songs kind of reminds me one of my favorite Backstreet Boys songs, that is Treat Me Right. That is a
Okay.
song in the Unbreakable album, was not a single, unfortunately, but you should definitely try this track
Okay.
because it's very different from the rest of the album. It's very more R&B and kind of similar to The Block, the album by New Kids on the Block that we love so much. I always thought that the song was more New Kids on the Block than Backstreet Boys. And in a way, this song by Jay Sean is like Neo's song meeting with the Backstreet Boys song that I love so much. So really worth it for me.
I like.
And I'm right, you are obsessed right now, right?
Yes, yes, I'm obsessed. It's curious because this song was a single of this album. It was funny because the other day I was listening like in random, and this song came, and I was listening. I was like, "Oh, this song is so good! I forgot about this song," and I was listening and listening over and over again, and I was obsessed again with this song that I totally forgot. And this production of this time is very particular, like from 2008, 2009. Year of the Gentleman by Neo is an album that is produced in the same way. I don't know if Stargate is is one of the producers, but the production is very similar. So yes, it's easy for me to like, so because I was addicted in that moment. This was the moment in this year 2009 that I was starting to be more into R&B music.
Hmm.
I always love R&B music, but in this year I was so addicted to Neo,
Yeah.
Usher,
Became
and
official.
Jason.
Was
Yes,
official in your life.
was official in that moment. So in that moment, I was the R&B junkie, So that's the reason. And this is a song that I remember just these 2 weeks ago that I was listening. That I was, oh, this one is so good. Actually, there is another information that is good. There is a version in Chinese by Coco Lee that I want
Oh,
Mariel
really?
to listen.
Mm.
That
Yes,
explains a lot
Mm.
why Coco Lee is on your top right now. I was
yeah.
thinking that was because of Marielle, but no, it's not.
No, no, no. Actually, I think because I was checking when I was doing this exercise for this episode, I was digging into Mariel's, and I was like, oh, she doesn't have any exclusion by this song. In Chinese, it's translated that "beautiful love song" or something like that, but it's the same song and actually the same production. I like it so much. So you gotta listen to Mariel.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
okay, I will.
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
one more with the same arrangement.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I like about Cocoli's version because it was the same arrangement. It's very R&B. it's like a girl singing the same song. So I like it, and I like it more. Sorry, because it was in Chinese. So I think more
Oh,
closer. Like more real by her. Rest in peace.
Oh, oh, rest in peace, Coco Lee. Yes, of course. Oh, I will have to listen to that one now.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find me, Mariel. it's the third. Yes, it's the third track in this album that is called West to Coast or Coast to West or something like that.
Okay,
West to
okay.
East to West. Well, it's the
Something
well,
third
about
track.
the okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Perfect.
you can include on the playlist, Mao. It's gonna help us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that can
Perfect.
help. That can
And
help.
I'm going to share
Okay,
it.
so okay, perfect. Now, moving on to the album. I'm gonna start with Lucas this time. The
Ooh.
album. Interesting because I chose someone from my own country that I have never
Oh.
listened to. So
Mm.
I went on and listened to Carpe Diem by Belinda.
Okay, finally.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I know. So
Very good opportunity.
I was like, okay, Mariel, give yourself a try. It's not gonna hurt. I didn't like it. Like, oh wow, I'm surprised. It's like no, and I didn't hate it either. So for me, it was like, okay. I get
Okay.
desperate with her voice. I don't know why, but she's like, I'm not gonna see. I don't know. Like her boob was being pressed into something.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
she suffers when she sings, but and I
Yes.
don't like that. Like she pushes her voice too much. Like I get desperate with that. There was a song I couldn't handle. I don't remember the name of the song right now, but
Lolita.
no, next.
Let me see.
Uh,
Uh,
next from Lolita, I think it is. Oh my god, I couldn't stand it. I was like, please somebody do her a favor and kill her. So it's like she was suffering so much in that song and her voice like, I get desperate with that. But it was pop. I mean,
it is.
it is pop. It was cool. It has, the sounds of that time and I wasn't crazy about it. But I finally
Oh,
took the chance and said, okay, why Luquitas likes her so much? I'm gonna listen to this album, and it happened. So I listened to it, and I like one song, something about mi religión.
Mi religión.
I
Yes.
like that one and Dopamina. Those were the two
Dopamina.
I liked the most because
Dopamina was a
Yes.
Egoi.
single, right?
Was a single.
Yeah.
It was a single, yeah. Because Egoista, I can't. I know that was a single, and I remember listening to that song, but it was like, why are you suffering so much? Why do you make your voice sound like that? So it gets me desperate, but that's the album I chose. I don't know what you think, Lucky Lulu.
Yeah. Finally, you try something by Belinda. I gotta be honest, it's not my favorite by her. I like more the previous ones, the first and the second. When she released this one for me, at first I like it, but I wasn't crazy about it because I was expecting something more pop rock like the previous albums that she released. But uh, like this, I was connected with the songs. Actually, when she released the whole thing, the album, because there's songs like the ones you mentioned and Maldita Suerte, Gaia, that I really connected. Sometimes I think she's very deep in the lyrics and are fun the way that she talks about things like in Dopamina, for example. I like the lyrics a lot, the way she plays with the lyrics. And the one that I couldn't like back then was Lolita. Maybe the one you didn't like was Waco. I don't know.
No,
But
no. Be- Between those, I can't remember
oh
the
god.
name. Let me check quickly. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I was like, please somebody kill her. She's
Maybe it's
dying.
I
Gaia. I think it's Gaia.
No, no, it's not Gaia.
I remember we talked about Waco in another episode.
Yeah, we did. Maldita Suerte.
No. Cuida de mí.
Cuida de mí.
My God, what a
Okay.
horrible song.
And actually, I really like in this album, Sal de mi piel. That is the one that it sounds more like the previous tracks. And she recorded for a telenovela that she was making the
Mm.
time that is Camaleones, if I'm
Camaleones.
not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So not my favorite, but I do like it. So I'm glad you try. At least
Yes.
Lolita, I can't. Is the one track that I didn't.
Okay, and now with Mousy Mumu, I chose an album from a guy that I have never listened to any song to. And this time, because I know who he is, but I have never tried him before. So,
Okay.
the name of the album is, hold on a second, Trey Day by Trey Songs.
Yes.
I liked it, but I wasn't
Okay.
crazy about it.
Okay.
Do you
Yes.
know, I'm not so much into male singers, so I wanted to try a male singer this time because I always listen to girls and girl groups and stuff. So I wanted to give this time a chance to a boy. And I really like a song called Can't Help But Wait. That song, I really, really like that one.
Yeah.
I think it was a single. It sounded just too much like Usher, like Joe. Um, very
Chris Brown.
similar. Very similar, Chris Brown, yes. But I liked it. In some points, the first two songs, this one Can't Help But Wait. I like them. Very, very R&B, very you. And I could tell why you like him so much because it is your style, definitely your style. And I wanted to try something that is like very you.
Oh, thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about this one, Mousy.
Well, Trey Songz was another artist that I was obsessed with in one period of my life. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I have the amazing chance to see him live, and I'm not going to say I was disappointed, but I was expecting more. First of all, because I was obsessed with him, like physically, and when I had the opportunity to see him in the reality, he was different, So, for me, it was like okay, I thought he was different, and this is one of the performances that I was expecting so much, and I didn't enjoy so much, Like I was like, oh, okay, okay, because I was obsessed with him in one moment. I'm still admire him so much, and I still like a lot of songs by him. And I think this album, Mariel, is very neat. It's very for people who likes R&B music, like
Yes,
and but if you like other kind of music, maybe you get bored in one moment. I get bored in one
yes.
moment with this
I
album.
got bored. I got bored.
Yes, I prefer Ready. For example, Ready is an album that I really like by him. But with this album, I get bored in one moment because a lot of songs are very similar and the production is very similar, and it's very obvious. Like the collaboration with the rapper. One, I think it's the same recipe. All the time it's
Mm-hmm.
the same recipe. So, but it's a good album. I have to say, it's a good album. I love his voice so much, and I love that even when he was not like Usher or this big name, he was very important in R&B music, in R&B world in one moment. And I love his voice, and I love a lot of his songs. Like a lot of his lyrics are very deep, I feel very connected with him. And this is the
Okay.
kind of artist that I wanted to be. Like if I were an R&B singer, I want to be like Trey Songz. So
What's
Okay.
the title of the album? The title of the album?
Trey
Trade
Day,
days. Trade day.
Okay. Mhm.
Trey Day. Yes, yes, and thank you for listening, me, Mariel, because
No,
it,
it
it
was
is
great.
it is a part, an important part of my life when I was starting with R&B music. So thank
Okay. Well, you're welcome, Mimo. I really liked it. Now it's your turn.
you. Okay, and my favorite is also "Can't Help But Wait." It's
It's a
amazing.
really nice song. I really
Yeah.
liked it. Mm.
Okay, I have to say the two albums that I selected of you guys, I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it so much. I go
Curious.
I go with yeah, I go first with my friend Lucky, and this
Okay.
is a song that we had on hold, and we talked about it when I was in your house. Like I have to check this more, and I decided to select Jesse McCartney's Departure.
Yay.
You told me this was very R&B and my kind of vibe, you know, so I was curious. So I think I was thinking like, oh, this is the perfect moment to listen to that album because I know Lucky admires so much Jesse McCartney and I really like it. I have to say I really like it. Again, the same production is very similar to
Mhm.
Neo's Year of the Gentleman, even Jay Sean that we're talking about it. So it's very R&B, but at the same time, I think it's more mainstream. For example, if you compare Departure by Jesse McCartney and Trey Day by Trey Songz, you're going to see that Departure is more mainstream. It's more for the radio. It's more for people that maybe doesn't like R&B so much, you know, like more pop. So I think that this album was very clever. The production was very clever. It's R&B, but at the same time the production is very pop music. I like his voice. I like the videos, and my favorite song from this album was My Baby. It's a very cool song. Do you remember JLS? The
Mhm.
boy band?
Of
Very
course.
JLS. Yeah,
Yeah.
very less this kind of production, you know, like even electronic, this kind of R&B that in that moment was mixing with electronic music. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much.
Yay. I'm super happy you like it and you try because to be honest, I never recommended that album to you because in my mind that album was so you
Familiar.
that in my mind you already knew it and love it. Never
Yeah,
crossed my mind that you never heard, you know. So I'm really happy that you like it. It's one of my favorite albums. Was very important to me in 2008. I remember going to school listening to that album all the time, so I have a lot of memories. And my favorite is Into Ya, but I like
no,
the whole thing. And for Jesse was very important because the second album, right where you want me, didn't was not that great on the charts. So the label was like, you gotta have a hit or you are going home. So
okay.
that's the reason why they created this album, more like trying to make him like a Justin Timberlake or
Yeah.
something, and really work it because all the singles were really well on the radio, Billboard charts, and Living, the first single, was the number one song on pop radio on that year, like in 2008. So really working for him, and is an amazing album. Yes, I'm really happy you like it.
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, I like it so much.
Yes.
And for Mariel, is this is very. I try to select something that is very you, friends. And for Mariel, this is a girl band. I You mentioned me, Mariel, this girl band in a lot of episodes. I think you interview one of the members, and I was curious, but I didn't. I never noticed that I never had the opportunity to listen to a song
Hmm.
by them. It's Third Face.
Oh.
Oh my god, yay.
And I really like it. I really like it because it's very bubblegum. Even I can say in some songs it's very R&B in a way, you know,
Yes.
like pop R&B. I really like the video Shy. The
Mhm.
concept of the video is very funny. The guy is shy and they are trying to, I don't know, flirt with
Wake
him in a
wake
way.
him up.
Yes, and the dance break is so good. They are very good dancers.
Yes.
And my favorite song by this album was Chameleon.
Like a chameleon.
Yes,
Yes.
it's very. I can see that SWV or Destiny Child or Black singing that song. You know, for me it was
Yes.
very. Yeah. So
Hmm.
and I also love Shy. That is the single. I
Yes.
Yeah, so yes, let us know more about this group. I know you
Uh-huh.
interviewed Minia Coraminas, right?
I did. I interviewed Minia, and the other day I was contacted by Sarah, who told me that she was happy to see Minia in one of my interviews. So
Okay.
it was cool. Um, I love Third Phase. It's one of the first groups I've met through the Amazon search that I was doing years ago, and I fell in love with them with their song "Go Slow." It's actually my favorite song from that album. Um, it is really bubblegum, but at the same time, it does have a lot of hip hop and R&B influences. It doesn't sound
Absolutely.
like too poppy, but it does have this slight touches of other genres, which is great.
Yeah.
The girls had very nice voices. It's a shame they didn't last long and that they only had one single because their album unfortunately was released on September 11 of 2001.
That's the reason of the bad luck. I understand.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, their album didn't make it big because of that. Of that happening. People was more focused on what was going on in the world and with the
For
music industry.
obvious reasons.
So
Yeah.
that's why their album flopped. But it's a shame because it's a great album.
Yeah. Agree.
But thank you, Mao, for giving it a try. I'm really glad that you liked it, and I hope that you get to listen to it more often.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really like it, mi Mariel. Actually, I was avoiding to make a scribblings
Uh,
because, of course, it was not possible. You know that I was listening, but I was so. I wanted so bad to have
hmm,
the scribbling because it's very good.
I didn't I didn't check your scrubbles this week, guys. I've been trying to be very very
Yeah, me too.
selective with
But
what
I
I wanted
I
to check
hid
to
mine. I
to keep it
discovered
a
there's a way
secret.
to hide.
Yeah, you hide yours.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, I did it with YouTube. So,
Oh, okay, okay. And now it's your turn, Lucky Lulu.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start with Mao. Uh, with him, I think I heard more than one. I don't remember now, but I decided to go with a girl group actually that is 702. Um, that
okay.
is that the name, right? Is the album they released? Yeah, in 1999. That I knew the single that was very popular. Where my girls at?
Where my girl?
Yeah. So I decided to listen to the whole album and I like it. The album. Actually, now that you mentioned Third Phase, like there's what I like about the album of these girls that I think it was kind of ahead of time because it was released in the late 90s, but sounds a lot of the songs that we love from 2001.
Yeah,
So songs like You Don't Know, you don't know. It's because I write very 2001. You don't know for me is very 2001, and the song You Will Just Never Know as well. That for me is also kind of Tony Braxton
yeah,
vibes, but the voice of the girls are really pop for me. Is not like that deep like Tony Braxton, for example. I think they sound pop, and songs like the ones that I mentioned and the last track on the album that is Will Be Okay or something like this. For me, is very pop and very high, ahead of time. Like could be from the girl groups that Marielle loves from 2001 easily. So after all, I like that album, and it's another thing that I thought I've heard before, but I didn't. Like I checked my last FM and there was only the single there.
Mm,
So I decided to try. Yes.
well, friend, this I can say that this is one of my favorite albums of all time, but of course I like it. I think with these girls, they were trying to put them in a level of different kind of artists in this moment. Of course, if you listen to SWV, for example, they are more niche as Stray Songs or this kind of albums, but where my girls at, you can perceive that this song is ahead of time, as you said, and at the same time, it's not very R&B. You know, like it's
Yeah.
not like Escape. It's not like TLC even is more mainstream. You know, like a lot of pop elements and bubblegum elements, if you want. So yes, I think the conception of the album is the same. Like they were trying to put them not only for R&B radios, also for pop radios and be more mainstream. You know, like similar to Black in a way. But and now that I think that you mentioned this, it's true because they were ahead of time in that moment. They were trying to do more something different with them. You know, not
Yeah.
putting these girls only in the R&B charts, only in the R&B world. Like, yes, you are totally right. And this is, of course, an album that I like. And Where My Girls At is a song that is a classic, R&B classic,
It's a
and I think
classic.
pop classic too. Yeah,
Yeah. The only thing for me unnecessary in that album are the interludes, because it's
yeah, that were very popular in that moment. You know, like it was very popular.
Interludes everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's nothing. Like the song starts, the song ends. There's a intro and the girl is like and ends like nothing
and
connected.
yeah, nothing.
Like for
I
example, on
agree
Christina's strip, the interludes make sense. So
because it's like
that's
an explanation,
yeah.
but this one is not like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No,
agree.
no, it's weird. Yes. Well, going to seven to another seven, I chose on Marielle's an album by a group that I don't know how to say the name, and I don't know how to say the name of the album either. That for me is OV7.
Always.
OV7? Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the album is CD00.
007. Sí, 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 sí.
Okay.
My favorite
Yeah.
album by them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was very high in your charts. And I decided to go because I wanted to try another thing from your country because I really like it, Linda. And it's because it's another case that I knew a song and I really like it that is Enlouqueceme.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and but I never tried the whole album. And I really love that song. Sometimes I listen to that song in the shower and I dance in the shower like very dangerous because I can fall.
Oh, baby.
But because I really like the dance in the music video, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And it's a song that makes me happy, like puts me in a good mood. So I really like, and I really like it the album. But for me, my surprise is that I really like a slow song that is Como Eres.
It's beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this track is very similar to the pop music we had in Brazil in that moment.
Okay. Okay.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
production is very similar to KLB, that is a Brazilian boy band that I really love, and very similar to even Sandy Jr. in some parts, but with a lot of pop music that we had here. And I really like it, Mas Que Amor, because
Mm-hmm.
that one has the sound of the boy bands of that moment. The production is more
Mm-hmm.
similar to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, but overall, I really like it. The album, and I really
Eh,
love the videos by them because I think it's really fun. And I don't know why, but I have two favorites in that band.
uh-huh.
Because I'm always paying attention on those two in the video, and I think they are twins, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are not even brothers, but it's a girl and a guy that they look similar to me.
They are black.
Yes.
Yes, they are brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Mm,
okay, okay.
En
Cali.
Balia in Kalimba. Yes.
Okay. I'm always paying attention in those two, and I don't know why, but the guy kind of reminds me of Mao.
Oh.
Like maybe Mao when he was younger. I don't know.
I'm gonna send you some stuff by Kalimba that I'm sure you're gonna like.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really like it. It was fun to
Oh,
listen.
I'm so glad, Luquitas, because I love OV7. They're actually my favorite Mexican group and mixed group because you know I love Las Jeans. But
Yes.
when it comes to this album, I it was with me in the year I got bullied. So it's an album that pretty much was there for me all the time. It
Mm-hmm.
made me really happy and it made me feel safe. So for me, it's very important. It's a very important album, and each song has some meaning for me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really glad that you liked it and that you listened to it. Thank you,
Yeah,
Luquita.
I really did. No, you're welcome. It was really fun to listen. Yes.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna like some of the other stuff I'm gonna send you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And well, that was it. Do you guys have any obsession of the week?
Yeah. Yeah, my obsession this week is M2M with the new version of Mirror Mirror.
It's
They
beautiful.
re-recorded some songs, and for some reason, that one has been stuck in my mind
Mm-hmm.
for days, and I'm listening all the time. And ju- linking this to the collection, I don't have anything new, but I decided to show today Marion Raven solo CD just to shout out because this is turning 20 years old now, which is unbelievable
Oh.
for me, and because this was very important to me when I was 15. Because for a while, everything that I wanted to listen when I was 15, for me, it had to sound like this. Like that's the reason why I don't like a lot of pop music from 2005, especially from UK, because I was always trying to find more music that sounded like this album Here I Am, that is so important to me. So I decided to bring today just to make a shout out for the anniversary is Mario Raven's solo career
Yay.
here. Yes.
Love it. What about you, Mo?
Well, you already know my obsession of the week because Lucas mentioned it. That is maybe by Sean, and I have to say also Coco Lee. I can pronounce the name. I'm not sure. In English, it's a beautiful love song or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about the item of the week, I want to share this because of
Oh,
this song by Mariah. And I think this is no tiene nada que ver con eso. It's not
has not.
about it. Has
Yeah,
nothing
it has
about
nothing
it.
to do with it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. But it is Mariah. So Mariah released a song that is called Type Danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's growing on me in a way. I'm not crazy about
Thanks.
it. I'm starting hating this sexy Mariah because it's the same concept all the time. She like this and the same again again. But the song is good. I think it's growing on me. And this album, I like this so much because it's a compilation. And because of this album, I remember I was listening to the album and I discovered The Roof that turns my
Oh,
favorite song of all time. And it was because of
Oh,
this album. I was listening to this album in that moment, so I wanted to share it. It's a very good compilation.
yeah. And
perfect.
please update your Discogs because I have problems with that. I'm crazy
Okay,
upset.
okay,
And I know that you didn't.
okay.
Okay. My obsession of the week, it's Mariah's Type Dangerous. I've been waiting for years for her to release something, and now she finally did. That is
Yes.
nothing related to Christmas, so finally.
Yes,
Um,
it's a win.
the song is beginning to grow on me. So I
Mm.
like what she says and what she mentions about her ex-husband and stuff like that. Shading, smoothly, but shading.
Yes, Queen of Shade.
The Queen of Shade. So
Mhm.
that's my obsession of the week, and my Discogs is updated, Luquitas, because
I know I check it.
I recently bought Tension by Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Another
finally.
one by Kylie. Yes.
Yeah, no,
I found
okay.
it this weekend. We were at this mall, and I entered the only mix up, one of the few mix up lefts, and found it, and it was for a very good price. So I was like, I gotta take it. So it was really cool. It's a nice album. It has Dance Alone. That is a song she has with Sia. That is one of my favorites now. I don't want to dance alone. I just want to lose my
Mhm.
phone. I like it. I like it. So this is the new item in my collection, and it is updated.
Yes. I check it. I'm crazy with Discogs, so I'm always checking yours.
Perfect. Okay, so this was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it with us as much as we did. It was really fun to dig into our last FMs and find out different stuff that we all love.
Yeah.
It is always very interesting to find out what our friends like, why they love it so much. So for me, it was a very interesting episode. Anything else you want to add, Luquitas?
No, just say thank you. It was really fun to explore. Like, you guys unlocked some memories, like the one of me and my cousin. I totally forgot about that. I remember today. So it's always a pleasure. I want to say thank you everyone watching. Besitos to Adrian. Mal, please send besos to Adrian.
Please,
He's asking.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
please.
And that's it. Thank you guys.
Just a
Besitos.
special, just a special message to Adrian because he's our fan. Adri, bombón, te quiero en mi colchón.
That was good. That was very good.
Yeah, it's very funny. Okay, Mao, anything you want to add?
Thank you, friends. It was a very good exercise. I enjoyed it so much listening what you like. That sometimes we like the same thing, but sometimes it's like very different things that we like. So it's amazing to get to know more about you all the time, to the both of you. So it was amazing.
Yes, it's beautiful. Always. Thank you, everybody, for watching. See you next week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.